Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Slim Flippers podcast, and I'm Wes, and I'm joined by Mike, Deathpile Picker, and Jimmy from Old School Flips. Gentlemen, how you doing again?
Well, first off, I want to preface this whole thing. It's Mike, the edited Deathpile Picker, because you cut out all my goodness. all the goodness is cut out.
Yeah. It's hard to edit Mike too. It's not easy.
Yeah, because I mean, some of the stuff he comes in with, you're just like, wait.
Imagine back in the day when everything was on tape and you had to have like that machine that edited. It would take a while.
So, gentlemen, this is the trilogy. This is the third of three podcasts that we have done together, and I appreciate you joining me on the Slim Flippers so much. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed your company. It's been quite entertaining for me, to say the least.
That's why we asked Mike to join. We want to be entertained. And are you not entertained, Mike?
Oh, I'm very entertained. What I'm wondering is, why the heck are my cheeks so red? Touch up my appearance? I don't think so. Okay.
Makeup. Call in makeup.
Mike, do you not have your ring light going and everything?
No, man. I got this one buzzing around.
I can see the ceiling fan in the reflection of the Monster Squad poster behind you.
That's right. It is. What do they call it? What's the ambient lighting?
Okay.
Ambient lighting.
I mean, it's very, very bright ambient lighting that isn't, as fancy as some people with their LED light strips and fancy schmancy colors.
Well, see, Jimmy, you got your studio going on down there. I mean,
yeah, I added marks. This used to be a staple back in the day in my background, and I had it over on the wall over there. But now I put it back behind me because I don't have a shelf back there, and you can kind of see my ring light right there in the reflection. But yeah, I got it's a pretty nice little area. You changed spots. Everything. You were in the kitchen with like a shelf right up against your face last time.
I think this is my third spot. Yeah, just moving around the house.
That's your podcast name. Move around the house podcast.
Move around the house podcast. Yeah, I can't find the right spot. So
I can go visit Carrie and be like, all right.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
I like that.
That's right.
That's like in the I'm not even. That's somewhere in the settings or something like that, right? Is that back?
Yeah, yeah. So you can go to the settings.
You can blur it too. Yeah, you can blur your back.
The other one is more fitting because this is who I usually talk to.
Brick wall. Oh, you don't run into brick walls?
No. Yeah, some people are like, Abby, you my only friend. Not me, it's a brick wall.
Man, when I worked in my last basement, in my last house, they had padded walls down on, like the padded white walls. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. You talk about going crazy talking to walls.
So let's jump in, Jimmy. Right off the bat, your hat, Denver Broncos. Are you a Denver Broncos fan? I
am a huge Denver Broncos fan, yes. I've been a Broncos fan since 1988.
1988.
It's funny.
He's really committed to his mistakes.
They lost the Super Bowl. That was the 89 Super Bowl that they lost that year. They got destroyed by the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the year I became a fan and then watched them just get destroyed. And the one thing I remember the most about that Super Bowl is McDonald's had a promotion. If I don't remember what sandwich went to who, but if the Broncos won, there were going to be 99-cent Big Macs. And if the 49ers won, there were going to be 99-cent quarter pounders. And the whole game, my friend's brother was just like, looks like we're having quarter pounders tomorrow. Because the Broncos were getting smoked. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I've been a Broncos fan for a long time.
That's who I'd root for, though. I mean, quarter pounder is better than a Big Mac.
Come on, man. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Actually,
so well. Speaking of the Broncos, so what's happened with them this year? Are they decide to shelve it and rebuild?
I can talk sports all day, so this could be dangerous.
We'll turn it into a sports.
I think I think Russell Wilson is just done. He's having like his numbers look okay, but he's just not. He's not made for what they're trying to do and what Sean Payton's trying to do. I think they're gonna have to blow the team up and let him rebuild with his players. They thought maybe Payton could fix what's going on, but it's not. It's not fixable. Like he's done. I think Russell Wilson is done. I watch every second of every game, and while he has some nice highlights, he misses open guys all game. Like he just didn't even see them. So, anyways, that's in-depth football talk. Well, and the other big problem with the Broncos is they brought back the worst defensive coordinator in the history of football, Vance Joseph. He used to be the Broncos head coach. He is the worst defensive coordinator ever. Like I've never seen players running so. How do you leave Tyreek Hill wide open? That should and like this guy's running with nobody within 20 yards of him. Anyway, people aren't going to watch if we talk football, though, Wes, just so you know.
Well, there's a reason why I'm doing this, because your hat like you have on your head, would you resell that?
This is a valuable hat. You're right. I love sports hats. Do I know a lot about hats? Do I know a lot about sports hats? Yes, I do. This is a nice Shadow Denver Broncos Pro Line Sports Specialties. That's a bolo right there.
Mm-hmm.
This is a vintage. I don't know, with them being bad, I still think it's a $70, $80 hat right here. But I keep all the Broncos ones that I find. There's a couple that, like, I have the shark tooth. I have a couple of the script ones. So this is reselling talk, because the best hat I have ever found. Well, I did just list a hat for $1,000. I'll have to show that one to you guys. Oh, it's right here. Look. Now, I don't know that it's worth $1,000, but I'm listing it that high because it's vintage. It's mint, new condition. It's the 3-stripe. It's got the amazing graphic on the front, and can't find it anywhere. Like this Holland oil company with the checkered flags. I know it's not worth $1,000. I'm aware of that, but I don't want to make the mistake of listing it too low. So I listed it high, and we're gonna see if I get any offers. It's already got like it's got 17 watchers and like 100 some views already. I haven't gotten any offers yet though. So
where did you pick that one up?
At a yard sale now about 4 days ago for $1. Yeah.
Is that the one that you just put up on your website, that yard sale? There was a lot of great items. Yeah, your video.
No, that video's older. That video's middle of the summer.
You just put that one up, though.
Yeah.
You had your camera going and everything. You just let it play.
Yeah, because I know there's stuff I should have bought and I didn't buy. I could have spent 3 days in that barn just digging through everything. I picked the stuff that I knew for the most part. And like if you look at the video, a lot of the items that I pop up, it says sold, because I've already sold those items. Like those are my sold comps on most of that stuff. So it was a great sale. Turns out it was another YouTuber, Mother and Daughter Thrift. No, but go check out Mother and Daughter Thrift. They were super nice and they gave me really good prices. And they gave me super good prices on everything. So and they were really nice.
Yeah, shout out to them for sure. So, Mike, do you sell a lot of hats? Since we're talking about hats,
buy a lot.
You buy a lot. You just don't sell a lot.
I buy a lot of anything and everything, and I sell a lot of nothing.
Sell it. Put it in a pile. You need to take a picture of your death pile, and then add it to that green screen effect, and have that behind you when you're doing.
There you go.
Like when you're doing one of these lives instead of the piano room, because we all know that's not realistic. The death pile room is what you need to be in, and maybe just put like
that's a
couple.
Good idea.
Put your Grim Reaper behind you that you have for your logo. By the way,
y'all seen it.
There it is.
The living room has gotten worse. The garage has not gotten worse, and the storage shed, has actually gotten 12 items better. And that's because I'm scheduling a whatnot for Friday and going to follow up Rod picking and punching. And like, dude, I was putting on some stupid bundles. My whole intent was get some $10 bundles.
Yeah.
But I mean, like some items that were like of these little lots, like one item would sell for 25, and it like there would be other stuff sprinkled in. It was more about the space for me.
Did you already do that film and missed it, or are you still gonna?
No. It's gonna be this Friday. Go ahead and bookmark it because you can profit off of it. Because I actually dropped it down to $2 sharps. Stupidly.
Is it up there already?
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, so go on there right now and take a look at it. You give us a real time opinion.
Is it just Deathpile Picker?
Yeah,
I'm following you, right?
Probably not, Jimmy.
I think I did follow you. Well, not on purpose, but I think I did.
Not a lot of support from you on any end.
Look, follower. Oh, you're a follower of me. Oh, yeah. Look, it says unfollow, so that means I am following you.
Oh, okay. I take it back, Jimmy. I take it back.
Boom. I'll be there. And I'm buying. And I'm a buyer. Although I got to update my payment method on. I got to update my payment method on whatnot.
Look at the items in there.
Ooh, okay. I was going to do that later, but I'll look at them now.
I want it now because actually, this isn't coming out before Friday.
Nice little Batman lot.
Step up the editing.
Batman. Oh, that's the Batman.
If I can get it out, I'll get it out.
No, I don't.
I'll try. Of course, now you did see my thumbnail that I put up already.
Yeah.
You know, it's coming out on Sunday, but I can bump it up if I need to.
Well, no. I already put out a story, man. Don't make me a liar.
You need to figure out how to put it up here on the screen and just start showing everybody what you got coming up.
Wes, you got take it down just a notch.
Yeah, these are some nice lots.
What are we, Wednesday at 8:22? Did y'all catch my video yesterday at my new Tuesday release at noon for YouTube?
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I've had a lot.
Oh, it's not there.
Yeah, dude,
you didn't drop. You're messing with us now. You didn't drop one.
No, he didn't drop one.
No, I didn't drop one. No, I was actually yesterday around noon. I was on my way to pick up the trailer. Oh yeah, so that kind of puts it in perspective. With when I said I had some things coming up, a lot of that is focusing on whatnot, focusing on some content creation. I want to add a different video each week. Kind of one will be picking and one will be digging in the death pile and kind of like showcasing some stuff that I'm throwing in whatnot or stuff I'm throwing up on eBay and do a little promotion. I don't know how it's going to go over having picking and flipping content on the same channel, but
do it. No, it'll be fine.
I got like 1,000 people subscribed. They don't care. Some of them will watch and it'll allow me to be myself a little bit more than having to rely on certain scenarios to come up at garage sales.
I would enjoy both. I would enjoy a video from you. Like I would have enjoyed a video of you traveling with that trailer.
And see, that's what I wanted to talk about.
To the reseller rally.
Yeah, the trailer.
And I would have liked edited mic. I'm going to be honest. Like I would have liked an edited mic version of that trip, just like the trip, just how it went, the scenery, all that was involved. You know, so I know there had to be like funny stories that happened during that trip.
Now you say edited mic. Does my offensiveness offend you?
No, it doesn't.
Or you just mean an edited video?
Yeah, that's what I meant. You're right.
Okay.
That's what I meant.
You're like edited mic.
Don't be trying to twist this now, Mike. Don't be trying to twist this into.
Some people say edited and they mean censored. All right.
Censored.
Okay. What if I did? And what if I did mean censored? Not in a mean way. In a like.
Not a true friend, Jimmy. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am.
Love him, Jimmy. Love him.
I do.
Take us through that trip if you can.
It was I mean, I'm sure some of y'all heard about it. Coming back, going through Atlanta, the toolbox jumped and did some damage.
I didn't hear about that either. Come on. Tell us.
Yeah. Well, oh, dude, I was worried it did about $1,000 in damage because it jumped and hit the door and put a big dent in it, and
Wow.
took it back, and they were like, it'll be like, oh, this one little trim piece on the counter that got dented, smashed in. They're like, that'll be like $5. I'm like, that's it? They're like, we can charge you more. I'm like, no, I'm good. That's fine. But it ended up being like $225. It's the quote that they gave me at the end to do all the repairs, to include the door and the cabinet door and the frame and all this other stuff. And they actually covered it all because I had to drive back down there to get the awning put on. But it is like ready to go. Well, to some extent, it is. The trailer is complete, but we're exploring options on the wrap because we had to do that awning with the uprights. They had to pull the stickers off. So
took the stickers off. Oh shucks!
The big old.
Did they take the Commonwealth Picker sticker off?
Yeah, the one as big as the trailer.
No.
One's still on there.
But no, we're actually exploring a wrap. We're talking to, let's say it. Art of Resale, the guy who wrapped his truck.
Oh yeah.
So
that turned out really good.
Reached out to Art. Art gave us the info. Talked to him, and we're just gonna get the wrap done and either have him come out and do it or get somebody local in Atlanta. They got a network of people.
So you're driving to Vegas?
No. That's too close to California. Shout out to all the people in California. Love y'all. Come visit me. Come
visit me.
So, Mike, what is it going to be able to do for you? Because I know y'all went to the rally there in Cincinnati, but what are some things that you all can do out of that trailer that'll be beneficial to you when you do go to these different places?
Okay, so that's a different thing. What's going to do for us and what's going to do for me. So we're sat down this week and we actually planned out our calendar for next year and color coded stuff with like green, which is the standard like events that we're going to. Amber's are the one that we're considering, and reds are the ones that are like duplicates or have conflicts with scheduling of vacations or other sales. But it at least allows us to know, hey, in the future, if we want to flip from this one, then we can go to this sale instead, and kind of allows us to take this, take our adventures and grow both channels. Well, mine's going to grow by guilt by association, I guess, but, or being associated with Kevin, and Kevin's going to grow because it's actually better quality. But the Garage Sale Nation, it's hitting up these highway sales that we love so much, and we have the full capabilities of running whatnots out of them, so we can go out. It's going to expand our picking capabilities, private picks, coordinating reseller events and meetups. Because the problem is, like, when you go out to these things, I'll tell you, like, we're at 301 Highway 301 sale. And there were some people that waited an hour at a place because like Kevin and Dave were en route there, and it was kind of on the path, and they knew, and they just wanted to say hi and everything. And absolute sweetheart. You figure somebody's willing to sacrifice that kind of time. It's not what we want people to do. We want people to go out there, pick, find stuff, everybody sharing the wealth that's around, but at the same time have a designated place where we can meet up at the end of the day and run a whatnot show, have them participate in that as well by being present, and then just relax, hang out, just camaraderie. That's it, fellowship. That's what we want. That's what we want the community to be about. Man, I sound crazy talking all serious and stuff.
It's going to be outstanding to help as far as meetups and stuff when you go and you can basically be the center of where you're at for a lot of people that want to come and meet either you or Kevin. Where was this idea born out of? Because it's a fantastic idea. It's a fantastic idea.
Well, I don't want to take credit, but it's kind of my credit. Credit due to me. So yeah, that's crazy. And he will completely deny this. All right, Kevin will deny this, and I've got text to prove it if y'all don't believe me. But no, I pitched it to him one day, and I was like, "Hey, have you ever considered getting a trailer and going to this?" And with me, it was we had come up there to Highway 29, and the one local to him, or maybe it was just before that. Maybe it was after 127. We were talking later on in the winter, and I was like, "Hey, dude, everybody comes out here. I mean, you ever pick with Tim and Chernock? They'll ride together, and they're throwing away their own clothes to make room for the other stuff that they have found that is worth more, and." Like you can't move in their car by the end of the weekend. And I mean, they'll come in there and they will just, it will cover whatever Airbnb or apartment that they're staying at as they go out picking each day. And I mean, it just piles up. It piles and piles up quick. And Eric buys stuff so cheap and so much of it that he can fill up his van real quick as well. And I just talked to Kevin and I was like, hey, dude, like, I'm willing to do it. I'm retired now. So I was like, hey, if you're ever down for it, get a trailer. It will allow people to not only not be restricted with what they're picking, but the ones that instead of everybody having to drive to these longer ones, 3 or 4 can drive and 2 or 3 can fly. And you have the same end result, and then we get a trailer, I put it in there, and I'll make the trip over there. I mean, now we can do it centrally and just say like, hey, come get your portion of it when you can. It'll be at Kevin's, or we'll run it by their house if it's en route there. I mean, to me, it's nothing but time. Give me some gas money.
Is that thing fully is it a fully functional shipping station too? Like, can you ship 100%. From it yet? You can. 100%. So you remember not the last 127, but the 127 before, when Chris Old School Picker and Tim and Eric and all them went in on those hats and bought all those hats. Yeah. That trailer would have been perfect.
Oh yeah,
we ended up doing I was there. We ended up doing a whatnot from like their Airbnb, and it was kind of clustered and crowded, and we were maneuvering everything through this little living room of this Airbnb, where had we had the setup like at the reseller rally, that trailer set up and running all those hats like that, it would have been, and then you could have shipped them right there. That would be a great example of a purpose that would serve. Like that would have been amazing right there.
The whole goal is be able to go out, pick, not be restricted, buy stuff that we would normally pass on. We can run that in lots on a whatnot, individual items on a whatnot, but then take that more valuable stuff and stuff that's better suited for eBay. Maybe doesn't have a great sell-through rate or just has value where you want to capitalize on that, and those will remain in the trailer. But all that stuff, I mean, we lighten the load wherever we go, and we get short on boxes. We can just go to Walmart or U-Haul and just pick up some just to cover our basis on what we need. But we got a standard load that I devised where we're going to have this kind of box, that kind of box, this many poly mailers, this size. So it's the size and quantity is all dictated, and that's our initial load. And if we have more because there's more picking going on or we're doing more whatnots, then we stop along the way and we get more boxes and continue. I mean, it's going to have a Rollo scale, Rollo printer. We got a laptop that'll be in there that we can update and run whatnot shows while controlling it as well from our phone broadcasting. So not really nothing that we can't do.
I want to know if you can make a prank happen where you find like just scour all of Kevin's videos and do a freeze frame from one of his videos of him just looking as goofy as possible, which we all know can be very goofy.
Yeah,
plaster that video. Print it out and plaster it on the side of that trailer, and to do it before an event, you're gonna meet up with him at and just roll up with that thing with that plastered on the side with him just looking.
I had one with Kevin where he's just like, he's doing one of his things like this or like this, and it actually said number 7 boxes. They don't just order themselves. And
see, what would be great about that? Well, what would be great is when you rolled up, he would know that picture just rolled down the highway for hundreds of miles for everybody to see. Like that would be, you would roll. He'd be like, when did you put that on? Where are we at now? We're on the bottom. We're in Southern Florida. I put it up on there in Maryland, and it made its way all the way down here.
That would be great. No, I didn't see the other one. That's where I made a mistake. I just had it on TV, so not even everybody got to see that or they would have got to see it as it was rolling through the sponsors, and just have some random Kevin picture.
So, I mean, you all are now a mobile shipping unit. Have you heard or seen anybody else that's either trying to do that or wanting to do that as well?
No,
what you're all doing.
And
not
I mean, that was the whole thing. Like, of course, Kevin was the person to go to because number one, his love for highway sales. Number 2, his massive amounts of money. Like I was like, man, I can't afford a trailer, but I know someone who can. And
you can drive it, right?
Yeah, I got the truck. And after seeing some of the stuff, Kevin's like, dude, I'm just stuck with you because I'm never driving that thing ever. And I was like,
so do you keep it at your house? Do you keep the trailer there at your house, or where do you keep it?
Yeah, I got a storage facility offsite.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
so what is there anything else other that's what you've already told us that's in the trailer?
No, I got a rolling toolbox which has standardized tools. So if we need to clean, if we need to test, minor fixes, and the same thing that goes with, if we got to swap out a wheel, if I got to do some repairs. So I've got a bit driver and an impact.
It's got a lemonade stand in there. A pop-up lemonade stand Kevin runs.
Do you have a cot for yourself to sleep?
Actually, we're doing air mattresses. No, we got the air conditioner heat strip in there, but we'll probably have just a regular one of the little tower heaters. But it's going to be no issue. I mean, we're not going to be in the cold too often. I mean, it'll be few and far between.
So that's what I'm ask. Like, you're going to be heading south this winter, or like the south right now? It's peak down there, right? Like, man,
head this way, dude.
Yeah, this
Trash Cash meetup.
Is that for real? Is that on the for real?
No.
Yeah, I don't.
You deal with those 3 people. It's a surprise. Like. Any of them are married with the lack of commitment they have. Like, no, I talked to him. I was like, hey, we're going to do this. She's like, I don't know. And then Dave's like, I don't know. And I was like, what? Y'all are the one putting out this hopes and dreams for people just to crush. You got
to take that trailer down to that part of the country during the peak season down there. When is that? Dude, when is Peaches to Beaches or Beaches to Peaches or whatever that? When is that?
Beaches to Beaches is right by me. It's about an hour and a half away, and that is a go.
Southern states this time of year is where it's at. Like, I would love, like, this time of year I usually go to Arizona. Like, when I lived in Colorado, I would go down to Arizona in November and go picking. And it's now that side of the country though, they don't do a lot of.
The Beaches is 8 March to 9 March, and it runs from. I think it's Perry, Georgia, or just right by Perry, and then runs down to Brunswick, Georgia. So, like I said, that's less than an hour and a half from me, and I don't know how we're gonna do the meetup. I think Perry works best. They've talked about, well, let's go Beaches and then go to Peaches because everybody automatically goes to Peaches. Yeah, I'm a rebel. I don't know. Pay me more gas money because it ain't cheap towing that thing. I mean, like I said, I went and picked up the trailer yesterday, and dude, it's like I checked it. It's 3 hours and 7 minutes from my house, and from there, it's 3 hours and 6 minutes to Dave's house. Dave could have picked it up. I mean, it's closer. But
you're being called out. You're being called out.
Yeah,
you would have to. I don't know. I don't like the idea of starting there. I like obviously being.
I've
close
never
home,
been to Florida, so I'm
crowd.
going to try my darndest.
Well, that's in Georgia.
You've never been to Florida, Jimmy?
It doesn't go into Florida at all. I thought it went into Florida. Oh, my bad. No, I've never been to Florida.
No.
Huh?
No. Georgia is on the coastline too, Jimmy.
I know, but I thought it went into Florida.
No. After that, April 12th and 13th, you have Flee Across Florida, and right now we have that as Amber. We don't know. I'll probably go to it. Amber means again Kevin's lack of commitment.
Amber.
Go ahead
and switch that to green for me, Mike. Switch that to green for me.
Flee Across Florida. I mean, you want to come down, dude? You're welcome to stay with me. We'll go down
I will.
there.
My brother lives in Georgia. My brother lives in Americus.
Yeah, so Americus is right along the way. Americus is about an hour and a half from me.
Yeah, so I mean, I could visit my brother, and I could go to the Peaches to Beaches. Sounds like a plan to me.
That's further away. We're talking Flee Across Florida now. To give anybody that's watching an idea what we got going on, 100-mile yard sales in Virginia in May, 400-mile yard sale in Kentucky. But I think what we really want to focus on is like 301 or Highway 127. Highway 127 more than anything because just the length of it and the willingness to travel for something like that. When you have multiple days and the turnout like that, it's always a little bit better because some people want to stay close and some people want to invest in tent cities and spend their time there. And you got people like me that wake up and drive an hour and a half away, and I work my way back to get home in time for nap time.
Nap time in the trailer.
Oh. Well, I mean, now it's going to be in the trailer.
in the double air mattress.
In the double air. So are you all, when are you going, are you just going to wait and start in the spring, or are you going to start this fall, Mike?
Start in the spring. Yeah, it gives us time because, like I said, we want to do the wrap. We're trying to coordinate that. We're trying to get all our ducks in a row before we launch this thing fully, 100%. And
yeah.
Like I said, the repairs are done, the awning's done, the planning's done, and it gives us time.
You got to get that wrap done too, right?
6, yeah. The wrap is very important. But 6 P's, man. You know what 6 P's are, right?
Oh boy.
All right.
I'm afraid to ask.
Get ready to have it.
Feel like a proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Oh, poor performance. Okay.
No.
Does that go with if you fail to plan to fail? Same thing.
Yes. Just another tidbit you got to edit out, Wes. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate all the work.
No worries.
Man, Wes says he's going to have it out on Sunday. It's not out yet. Thanks, Mike.
This is going to be a blank square. This is going to be a blank square up here.
I'm just going to blur.
This is going to be a blurred out big.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Mike did join us for the podcast, but
this is
due to technical difficulties,
being his brain. This will basically turn into a 5-minute audio podcast. Wes is like, oh yeah, I'm done here.
So, man, I thought y'all were going to do this trilogy thing where you talk for a while. Well, we did.
See, what happened was
I got 4 minutes and 28 seconds of good stuff I could put out. That's about it.
That's not the case. I'm telling you, keep mine. So,
see, Mike, that's why I like to talk to you, though, because you're a thrill a minute. I mean, you're just literally on the cusp of giving us
we're
something
literally.
great.
You talk about.
I'm telling you. All right. What are you supposed to do? There you go.
Yeah,
no.
Clap. That audio spike.
It's a. Don't take too long, Ned, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
I did the clap. That one right there is a dead giveaway. That's the one thing where I'll agree. I won't give if you take that out.
All right.
But you got to leave that part in. That way they're like, what did Mike say?
Well, since we're on the trailer, what about your merchandise? You're gonna have merchandise with you, and
that's what. Yeah, actually, the toolbox is just full of stickers and plush. And
yeah, all Kevin stuff.
T-shirts.
There's no.
Speaking of that,
plush.
though, because Mike's got to bring those stickers. Because Mike, man,
which one?
He upped the game with the best stickers in the game.
You talking about my oversized ones?
Yeah.
Oh,
let's see. You got one around you?
I don't have one right here. Mine's upstairs. I know right where it's at.
Go get it.
They're like he upped the stickers.
You don't walk upstairs, I think.
No way. That's my mortal enemy.
I got a lot of work ahead, boys.
He ain't got no. They're like it's next level stickers. Like they're amazing.
Well, I mean, actually,
I'm afraid what he's going to show now. He's pulling stuff out of his desk drawer.
No, no.
That's the one that
bring it up a little bit. There you
go. This one?
No, the big one.
That's it is in the trailer, I think.
It's like a big die cut sticker.
Yeah, so I had Jesse Crafton, who is the one who did the Enema stickers and Enema stickers, or the Enema Man stickers, the wrestling ones. They did Alicia Ink Pickers sticker.
Oh yeah, she's got a nice sticker.
They did Brian Big and Fun sticker. Like she's done a lot.
Who is it? Because I just get mine from Sticker Wise.
Jess B. Crafton. Yeah, Jess
B. Crafton.
Jess
B. Crafton.
Jess Jess. Juliet Echo Sierra. B. Crafton.
Gotcha.
And
shout out.
You and Kevin need to get a dual sticker. It's got air mattresses.
The air mattress, dude. That's the sticker for 2024 right there. That's the special edition dual air mattress Snugglebug sticker.
I don't
Snugglebug. Hey, you just named their trailer, man. The Snugglebug.
Snugglebug.
This whole conversation gonna be replaying in my head. It's gonna drive me crazy. And I'll be like, oh my god.
He ain't gonna be able to sleep. He ain't gonna be able to sleep at all in that trailer now.
I'm gonna have bad dreams about a snuggle bus. It's not even called that. It's actually called the Bubble Bus. So
I like the Snuggle Bubble.
I know you do.
Snuggle Bubble.
Snuggle Bubble.
I know you do. So a Bubble Bus. Just shout out to Joel for his support. He actually.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I get it.
Yeah, American Bubble Boy. So it'll be the Bubble Bus.
The Bubble Bus. I like the Snuggle Bubble Bus, but okay.
I know.
Well, Jimmy, you gave me some images, man.
All right. I apologize for that.
Hold on. Delete all that stuff.
Y'all need to come to Ohio. That's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't even it's not even a attempt to try to get you guys out here because I want to see you.
No,
I want you guys to see how good the picking is out here. Like it's
I talked to Kevin, I think
it's amazing.
He may come out for what do you have, Highway 40?
We have a 40 and a 30.
I've yet to talk to you about this, but I plan to come stay with you for the week in between. Fine. Okay, good.
We got the snuggle bug down here in the basement too.
Man,
just bring your mattress.
Bring your mattress. Bring both of them.
Never get to be the big spoon.
No, yeah, you guys need to come out here. The picking is amazing. It's just so good. I mean, I went to sale on Wednesday of last week. That's where I bought 15 hats. That was the best of them. Bunch of NASCAR shirts. Everything was $1 each. Just amazing picking.
Let me see the hat again. I was messing with my audio. I didn't get to see it. Oh, so it's a 3-striper. Okay.
3-striper, Holland Oil Company with the checkered flags. I mean, it's made in the USA. It's brand new. It was never worn.
Nice.
I mean, I just can't find any comps on it, so I'm gonna let it sit for a while, see if I can get some offers in. Right now, let me see where it's at right now as far as the attention it's getting. It's only been listed for 2 days, and it's got 64 views and 16 watchers.
Oh,
so nobody's called, huh? $1,000. $1,000. again, what I didn't want to do is list it too low. So I'm starting there, and I'm not afraid to say like I just want to see offers. I want to see if I can get some offers to get an idea of what it's worth. You know,
you run offers on everything that you have, or best offer.
Yeah, but some of them are limited. Like it's not open. Like I put a level that if it's below that, it just automatically denies it. Yeah, so that's a trick I learned. It's not a trick. It's a way to use the tool of eBay to find out what something's worth. Is just price it high and look for offers and look for messages. You'll get messages on it. People will say, "Hey, this is a nice hat, but it's not worth that much. I think it's worth about this much." And then most of those people will be like, "I'm willing to give you, this much." And so. It's just a good way to use eBay as like a tool to find out what you have and what it's worth. If you don't feel like I could put it on an auction, but I'd be afraid I'd lose money on the deal, right? Like I don't if it didn't get bid up high enough. So, anyways, that's kind of how I'm using that tool. And it comes from my mistake. It comes from my screen mask mistake that I made. That my biggest mistake.
Screen mask?
Yeah, my biggest mistake I ever made was as far as listing and pricing was a rare ghost face screen mask that I found.
Oh, screen mask. Okay, I think.
Yeah. Have I told you guys that one?
Mm-mm.
It was a yard sale. It was a yard sale that I went to, and then it was just one street up from my house. And then she posted on Facebook, "Everything's free. Come and get it." So I went back to the yard sale, and it was just nothing but tubs of stuff everywhere. So Sonia and I just dug for like 20 minutes just digging through these tubs, and I found this ghost face screen mask. It was free, and it was all pink. And this was when I was still new at this, so I came home. I couldn't find it anywhere on eBay. I couldn't find comps anywhere. Couldn't find any solds, nothing. So not knowing what I'm doing, I listed it for $100. I pushed list, and my phone went cha-ching, and it sold instantly.
Wow.
And then after it sold, I followed up with messages. "Hey, I'll give you 300. Hey, I'll give you 400 right now. Cancel that order. I'll give you." So I didn't. I kept my word to the original buyer. I shipped it to them. They got it. But what I did is I followed the person that bought it, and as soon as they got it, they put it on auction, and that thing got that the final bid on that was $980 something. So
good for you, man. Like
I sold a $1,000 screen mask for $100, and had I known what I know now, I would have put that screen mask on for $1,000 and seen what kind of interest was out there.
Yeah.
So that's why I use that tool now. That's why I do that now. I don't mind letting it's $1. I paid $1 for it. I don't mind letting it sit for a while to see what it's worth. You know what I mean? So
actually, I've had this conversation recently, and it's like, what do people do in situations like that? Because mine was, I was looking for a first print Goonies VHS.
That'd be cool. Yep.
And I mean, it's just a great cover. It's a cool thing. Like they had listed it and they had ended it early. And they had people that were interested in some other stuff. I was just interested in pictures. And I was like, "Hey, I saw that you had sold this before. It was sold yesterday. And then you relisted it. Is this a duplicate, or is there any reason, are there different conditions?" And they're like, "No, somebody bought it and just said, refund me the money. It's worth more. I didn't want somebody else to get it." And basically that was their way of doing it. And I was like, "All right, well, so there's somebody willing to do it." Like me, had I done it, I'm kind of like you. And I had this conversation. It's like, we all make mistakes. And if it doesn't affect you, some people are like, "Well, that's somebody's mortgage payment or their rent payment, and they just can't do it, and they'll cancel the order." And I was like, it's kind of iffy.
Yeah, and I respect that they knew what it was. They had the knowledge I didn't have, and at the end of the day, I got it for free. It was a free item. I made $100 on a free item. Could I made 1,000? Yes, I could have. But I'm still. It was the lack of knowledge, and I'll respect the hustle. That guy or gal, whoever bought it, knew exactly what it was and bought it instantly. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I pushed list, and my phone went cha-ching. Like it. They had that search already, to where they got notification if anybody listed anything like that, and it was gone. So yeah, it's a good learning experience, and that's.
I mean, kudos to you for sticking to it and selling.
Yeah,
for sure.
I had no idea what it was worth, and I did have messages. Hey, will you cancel that order and sell it to me for $300, and $400? Like I had those messages came through right after, and I said nope. I'm going to stick to my I'm going to stick to my word, and I'm going to send it to the person that bought it.
Very cool.
So, it was sucked, but it was a good learning experience, and I've never made that mistake again. Now, have I made the mistake of listing stuff too high? Yes, I have, but it's better than the mistake of listing it too low because you don't have enough you can't find information on it. So yeah,
here's you a curveball. All right, quick change of subject.
All right, PE teacher.
Pallets, hit me. PE teacher. Hey, you notice my beard and everything's gone, right?
I was gonna say you look a little different.
Yeah.
Mine's coming in very terribly.
I see that. Now I started repping last week, so I'm back on the court now, and
they don't allow it.
They won't let us have beards or anything like that. Back in the groove of getting up and down the floor. And yes, I am Jimmy, a PE teacher, staying healthy.
Oh, sorry, was I not supposed to say that on the?
No. But see, you just brought it back. Now I started thinking about the celery and the carrots and everything.
Oh my God!
Come on.
You can tell I've been sticking to it, huh?
Yeah. Let's
talk.
There's
not Halloween candy upstairs that I've been picking at.
Now, are you going to go walk over there again and go trick or treating as you walk over that way, or what are you going to do?
You better believe I'm going trick or treating. No, I'm actually.
He's being disciplined this year. Okay, it's 2 houses thin candy.
2 houses.
It's not every house.
Come on,
mix it in.
I'm going to the neighborhood that gives out the full candy bars.
That's all right. Well, actually, that's my wife. That's what
I'll hit you with the best Halloween candy you ever picked up when you were trick or treating as a kid.
And silently judging. Don't do it.
Yeah, silently judging.
I am a PE teacher.
Man, I don't know what my. I'm trying to, you got to take yourself back to being a kid and dumping the bag out on the floor, and what would be you'd sort out your candy. I'm not a chocolate
candy.
I'm not a chocolate guy as far as favorites. I like chocolate, but it'll never be my favorite. It's probably it's going to be like Skittles or Starburst. I mean, those kind of candies, those gummy, chewy candies. It's probably Skittles. Skittles is probably the first one that I would go for.
Mike, what about you?
Oh, dude. I got way less discipline than Jimmy. I eat it all.
Yeah, I mean,
but if your go-to, like you're dumping it out on your mattress there,
you're dumping it out on the air mattress next to Kevin at 2 a.m. in the middle of nowhere.
Stop bringing the little spoon. Stop bringing the little spoon into the conversation.
Little spoon.
Man, I don't know. Can you just for sake of conversation? I don't know. It wasn't around when I was growing up. My favorite now is a Snickers with almond. If I need some energy or something like that, I get Snickers with almond. But outside of that,
my favorite candy bar is a Baby Ruth. Good old
really?
Baby Ruth.
Huh?
Yep.
I can't eat Baby Ruth since I watched Caddyshack. It's hard to watch.
As a kid, my probably my favorite was Butterfinger, and I like Butterfinger. I don't really eat them that much anymore.
No.
Now my grandma, come Christmas time, they're gonna get that four-pack assortment of Mr. Good Bar and Hershey's and Crackle and Special
size.
Wes, what's your favorite candy? Celery.
celery, a mix of
Nerd.
rest.
Oh my
No.
gosh.
No. Well, the reason why
Candied apples without the candy. God.
my son, when he was 4, I took him in my neighborhood, and about 4 houses up, this lady's like, I've been waiting on the perfect person to give this to. She gave my son a 5-pound Hershey bar. I was like, what is this? I was like, I said,
I'm not
no,
gonna lie.
we don't need
that
that.
in one. I could eat that in one.
Are you
And then
serious?
Wes was like, not today, Junior. And then he found the fattest little kid.
How long did that thing? Did he eat it
Here
all?
you go, baby, Wilford Brimley.
He ate a corner of it.
Chocolate.
He ate a corner of it.
He ate a corner of it.
Did you guys have like s'mores for a year after that?
We did a lot of melting for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, are you serious? You want to give that to him? And it is this big old massive 5-pound Hershey bar.
That's wild.
And I was like, okay, that beats anything I've ever picked up in my life. But
that lady should have a complaint filed on her. What's her address?
You should.
I'm going back to reselling real quick. Pallets. Do you ever deal with pallets?
No. I mean,
why not?
Because I decided quite a while ago that I want to be like I think Mike does a lot of the same stuff. I want to be a treasure hunter, like look for the rare, fun collectibles and stuff. So you're talking about like buying a pallet worth of inventory?
Yes.
Yeah, that feels like a job to me. That feels like I now have a job and I have to sit, nothing fun about anything in there. Maybe there's one or two good items in there and you're like, okay, cool, this is worth money, let's sell it. That's not fun to me. Like I enjoy going to yard sales and looking for rare collectibles or vintage items that are, that have been sitting in someone's house for 15 years, 20 years that were never opened and they're worth a lot of money now. Like that's fun to me. And if I can make a living doing just that, that's what I'm going to do.
Is there different resellers in different categories? Are they in a different reselling category than what we are in? Because I think like you, I like to find those rare things. But are pallets and resellers of that nature that go out and source those and buy those pallets, are they a different type of reseller?
I think they're similar to us. The way just the way they source is different. I wouldn't have a name for it, but it's different. Obviously, it's less like you can stay at home and do most of your work from your computer and have the stuff like drop. It's different, but they're close. Like, man, I'm probably gonna get hate for this. Because I don't like being compared to people that do like a retail arbitrage that like go to the stores and especially I don't like being compared to the person that goes and buys something at the store's retail price and then takes it to whatever platform and doubles it just because there's a high demand for it. Mm-hmm. I just don't like being compared to that person. Do what you do to make your money. But to me, that's kind of scalping, right? In my opinion, that feels more like scalping. And I don't like being bundled. Like when someone says reseller, I don't like being put with that person and what comparing what I do to what they do. To me, it's very different.
What are you talking about? Somebody that does retail arbitrage?
Someone that so this time of year, come holiday season, people are going to go into Walmart or wherever, and they're going to buy the hot toy, and they're going to buy them all. Yeah. They're going to buy every last one on the shelf at full retail. And then they're going to put it on Amazon and they're going to double the price or whatever. So a great example was the PlayStation 5 last year. You couldn't find a PlayStation 5 at a retail store at all in any way, shape, or form last year. Kids wanted them. Parents wanted to buy them for their kids. And the only way you could get it was from somebody that went to the store, bought them all, and added $300 to the price or whatever and put it on Amazon or eBay. To me, that's scalping. And while I'm not hating on that person, I also don't want to be grouped with that person, comparing, as a reseller. I don't think they should be called a reseller like what we do. Whatever name you decide, I would, if that means they're a reseller and I'm something else, I'm a treasure hunter or whatever, or I'm a picker, I would rather just call me a picker and call them a reseller. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to.
It does, but see, that's where when I first started doing this resale stuff, I had to start trying to disseminate who was what and what they did and how they did it. Because, I was very confused to start off. I was like, is that reselling? Is that?
That's like retail arbitrage. Right. No, but what we're doing, like, we're finding for the most part, we're finding like one-off rare items that are older that we're just trying to get into the. I mean, in my mind, I'm just trying to get into the hand of the collectors. Yes, am I charging them what it's worth? I am, but I'm ultimately trying to get this rare item into the hand of a collector, where they're trying to buy as many as they can and sell as many as they can to a wide audience that wants it. Everybody wants it. They know everybody wants it, so they're kind of. I hate using words like taking advantage of it, but they are. Like, they know that it's hot item. Everybody wants it, and they can add.
They have every right to do it. I mean,
yeah. I just don't like being in the same grouped with that kind of seller. Is all I'm saying.
I don't think your holiday.
And leave the hate comments below, folks.
There's no because you have resellers and you have upsellers. That's an upseller. We're resellers.
Yeah.
See, Mike, that's where I'm trying to get to. Where are the differences? Is there lines? Is it all gray areas? Because Jimmy, you make a great point. These people go right now and they're starting to buy those higher dollar items, and like you said, they're paying full price and then they're upcharging what they're doing. And how is that different from the person that orders that Amazon stuff and resells all that out of the box? If they go and they get those pallets. It was very confusing for me at the start, and that's one reason why I wanted to mention this now, in case somebody is watching it that's just now getting into reselling.
Yeah. So
how do you get yourself into different places and try to figure out
doing what you enjoy? If you like computer work, if you like sitting here and looking up what's that BrickSeek website and looking for, because there's another grouping that there's people that buy clearance stuff throughout the year and then they do good this time of year. That's a whole nother seller to me as well. Like, if you're using these tools to find clearance throughout the year and you're going in when Walmart is trying to just get rid of something and they got it clearanced, and you go buy all of them this time of year and go buy all of them in the spring and hold on till the winter when they will sell. Like, that's another type of seller too, right? But that's mostly computer work, folks. That's what I'm gonna tell you right now. It's mostly sitting in front of your computer, watching, hoping that these items are at stores, and then going there and hopefully being the first one there, because everybody else has access to that information too on their computer. They can find when items go on clearance, or on the PS5, like they find out when the PS5 was in stock and they had to be the first one to the store to buy it. But
they got Discord set up for it right now.
There's so much,
just ton of stuff.
I go to yard sales. Like, I just go, I don't
thrift too, don't you, Jimmy?
Huh?
You thrift too, don't you?
Yeah, this time of year, come winter, I'll thrift more. I don't thrift a lot, but yeah.
I've done great. I've stopped. I haven't been in 2 weeks, man. And I do not miss it whatsoever. I hadn't done a lot of things in 2 weeks either, but I mean, at least one of them is not thrifting. So,
and Jimmy, your wife's on YouTube, isn't she now?
Yeah, she just started a channel. I'm actually the editor and producer of her channel, because that's kind of the channel's for her to have fun, and she has, she tells me what her ideas are, and then I try to be like the producer, where I
do what he wants.
Yeah, exactly. Then we switch up, completely erase all her ideas, and we do what I want. Yeah. No, and so I'm like, I'm the cameraman, I'm the editor, and like she'll say, because I want to get B-roll, like some of the stuff, like while you're walking up to the store to like get the different angle, or opening the door, stuff that you can put music behind and make it more like like an actual video, not just a GoPro mounted to your shoulder and you're walking around. So it's for, I think it's for both of us. Like she wants to do it and she's having fun with it. And I'm like, can I use this as an opportunity to practice some of my editing and, capturing of footage and stuff and putting it together into a video that I like, that people will like, I hope. It's called Sonia Thrifts.
Sonia Thrifts.
Yep.
Everybody go and like her page.
So you guys can go watch what she's finding, and then you can also get an idea of some of the editing that I'm practicing. It's just practice. I've actually been talking to some people about this, and like, it's my hobby, right? It's my hobby making videos. Podcasts are my hobby, and I consider, like, when someone wants to, their hobby is playing the guitar, or their hobby is painting, or whatever their hobby is. You want to get better at it, right? Like, so I'm trying to get better at my hobby. Mike's falling asleep. Look, I put him asleep.
Hey, Mike, are you awake?
No, I'm subscribing right now. I'm really disappointed in people because your wife is absolutely amazing. She's adorable, one of my favorite people. But like cool. 49 subscribers, I'm like, this is unbelievable. Anybody that subscribed to me, go subscribe to her. And if you don't want to subscribe to her, unsubscribe from me.
I've got 88 subscribers. I had 89, but I lost one.
Well, calm down, big time. We're talking about Sonya right now, okay? I'm trying to get her on your.
Calm down, big time.
Big time. Just because I'm tall, PE teacher.
Baby steps, Bob. Baby steps. Okay.
All right.
That's right, buddy.
See, like
I know
that.
You appreciate this.
What's his name? That's not. Because I'm thinking of the other one, the first first big one they made.
That's BFG. I don't know. Go ahead. Yeah. So
I can't think of his name right now.
Fortress Maximus, by the way.
Fortress Maximus. Now, and I can't even think of the name of the one that I had as a kid. The one, I can't even think of it right now. I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, I got him in the garage. I was like,
what's he worth?
About 240. I paid up for him. I got it for $40.
Well, yeah, you want to see my Transformer find?
No, Jimmy. I like
boys out. Bam.
Original
G1.
Yeah, I know you love that.
They need some work.
I know you love the Starscream. Still your favorite Transformer?
Who? Starscream?
Yeah.
No, my favorite is Jetfire right there.
Okay.
Followed by Soundwave. I don't have Soundwave though. Sorry, this is nerd stuff, but I need a Soundwave. If you find a Soundwave, you let me know. I have some of his cassettes.
I ordered some from somebody and whatnot, and I don't think I ever received them. Maybe I lost them, but I was pretty sure I won. I was pretty adamant when I came across, because it was a baggie that had like 5 or 6 different cassettes in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got the bird, you got the dog, and that's all I know. But
I got a newer one, like the retro styled one, but I want the real one.
Are you
I'm not a nerd trying to buy.
What is it about it? Everybody roots for the Autobots, but like Decepticons had some of the greatest characters.
Yeah, as a kid, I was an Autobot guy. My favorite growing up, Bumblebee and Jetfire were my favorite as a kid.
And then society just wore you down, and you're like, the dark side just took over, and all of a sudden you aged into a Decepticon.
And then you started liking the Denver Broncos, and
exactly. Once I became a Broncos fan, I was like, no, but like you can't go wrong with Soundwave's voice, and that's what now as an adult I'm like, man. That voice that they gave him is perfect. And then Starscream has the most annoying screech of a voice, but they just got that right. And then the last thing I'm gonna say about that is, as a kid, I didn't realize how important villains are. But in movies and in whatever it is that you watch, if villains are so important, and if it doesn't have a good villain, the show's probably gonna suck.
Hey, so I got.
That's why this podcast is good, because we got Mike, the villain.
Fair enough, whatever. And you know what? I ordered a villain. I ordered a villain character, and I don't even want to say it because I want it to remain rare. But I'll tell you after this, Jimmy. But
right. No, we're not going to tell Wes.
I mean, but we ain't gonna gatekeep anything else. But but this right here, we talking toys. No, so I got some.
Like, I'm kind of talking about pallets. You guys are talking about Transformers.
Oh yeah. Back to his pallets. I do have experience with them, Wes. I know you only asked Jimmy and not me because
I asked both of you.
I just assumed you don't discuss reselling with me.
I just don't shut up. I'll shut up now.
Wes discusses purchasing with me and selling with Jimmy. And then that right there, that's how the world turns. Nah, dude, I did had an experience with pallets one time. I made my wife a wine rack. And then that was it. But that was an actual pallet. Turn that thing into a wine rack, holds 8 glasses, 8 bottles, man.
I see what you did there.
I know what he did there. So are you going to put one of those in the trailer, or are you going to build you one for the trailer?
No.
No?
Because y'all got me worried about this scuttlebutt or whatever y'all call it.
Build a bunk bed like they did on Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Listen,
this is Mike, a horrible idea. Why would you let us do it?
We're going to be hanging out in your brain now every time you go in there.
That's why. Back to pallets. Somebody wants to do it, go for it. There's plenty of people that I follow on Instagram that buy pallets, whether it be Amazon returns or clothing bins or Goodwill or however you see fit. Whatever floats your boat, go do it. Make your money, find your enjoyment, find your happiness, and
finding what you enjoy.
But man, damn it, I'm a liar. Dave made me buy that stupid pallet in North Carolina. We bought a big old toy pallet at a Goodwill, and then but I say,
didn't go good.
Oh yeah,
did it make you happy? Dude, Dave. Like I didn't have to do anything. I was just back there handing them toys. Dave was running it, talking nonstop. Carrie was entering everything, and Dave needed like those two. Like they're simpatico. So
you guys ran it on Whatnot.
Yeah, ran a whole pallet. We bought a pallet for, I think it was $170. So we did it. I think it was half off or something. I can't remember the details. It might have been like 80 something. And then Dave and I split it. So it ended up being like $40, something like that. And
they ran
whether it be 40 or 60 or whatever, 100, no, I don't know. Ran it all on Whatnot and made like $600.
Nice. Heck yeah.
And
so is that something that you would want to do all the time though? Run them on
absolutely
Whatnot?
Not. No. Because I'm like Jimmy. Like I got plenty of stuff here that I buy that I hate. Like, oh, here we go.
See, he just got stuff laying around. That's not
hated stuff. There's a pair of Crocs.
No, those are nice Crocs, man. Those things, cool. They got the Sherpa. Those are with the fur. Crocs with the fur.
Yeah.
What size are those, Mike?
Yeah, what size are those? I might need those.
12s.
What? That's my size.
You find me some 14s, man. Get them to me.
Dude, where are you listing those at? Those are my size. I'll buy them.
I'm not listing them. If you want them, okay, Jimmy.
Hey, but you made me think of another kind of seller because there's, like you said, there's all kinds of sellers. And I'm going to ask Mike this. See, I'm taking over the host. Have you ever bought a storage locker, Mike?
Oh, a storage locker? Nope.
Have you ever won a storage locker auction, Wes?
Mm-mm.
I have never bought one.
I've probably done 5. I've done about 5 or 6. And that's closer to what I'm doing. That's fun. It's closer. It's more the treasure hunt.
But you have an understanding of a few things that are in there visually. Yeah. So you can take something. Oh, horrible. There was somebody recently that got scammed out of a couple $1,000s. I want to say what was it, $4,000 or $5,000?
that's a whole nother type of seller. I'll try to say this, like, here's some things I know about it. Like, if you go big, for people that are listening, want to understand, like, if you go big into storage lockers, you're gonna have to have people working for you. And I knew a guy in Colorado that was a big storage locker guy, and I would go to his sales on the weekend, and I got to talk to him, got to know him a little bit. And he said, the biggest difference between me and you and what we do. And I was like, what? And he's like, I have to hold and run sales all weekend. I have to sell my stuff during the weekend while you're out picking. I'm at either flea markets, yard sales, or whatever, trying to sell this stuff. Because you can sell the good stuff on eBay and you have people that are ready to buy the good stuff, but there's also a lot of money in selling all the clothes at $1 a piece and selling all the toys for 50 cents a piece. Like, you make a ton of money doing that, and you can't just turn that away. You can't just say no to that. So you spend all your weekends trying to sell the stuff because that's when the best traffic is around. And so he's like, so I shop Monday through Thursday looking for lockers, and then on the weekends I'm selling, and vice versa. You're out shopping all weekend, and then during the week you're trying to list and sell. So that's a big thing to think about. And it's true. Like, you are spending a lot of time because that. Now let's go to the 5 lockers that I've bought. The first locker was the best locker by far. I bought it for $600. What made me buy it. I saw a stack of Dungeons and Dragon books in there, and there was 3 original Nintendo stacked up in there. So I went crazy.
Systems, consoles.
The consoles. So I went crazy, and I got a little bidding battle, and I got it for $600. So I get in there, and I get the stuff that I want, but the 3 things that were the best things in there was a mountain bike that was worth $1,900 that I sold on Facebook. I sold an electric scooter, like the ones you see the ones that they have in the city, but this was like a personal one, like that you can own. It wasn't like it was, I forget the name of the brand. But I sold that for like $1,500 on Facebook. And then there was a key copying machine, like you could cut a key, but copy I sold that for $300 on Facebook. So just those 3 items right there, like, put me so much in the profit. It was ridiculous. And then I still had all the I sold all the Dungeons and Dragons stuff and Nintendo stuff on eBay. But it's been, to try to clean it up, it's been a step down every time from there. Like, each locker after that has just kind of been a step down and a step down. I've only lost money on one that I bought for like $60, and it was just ended up just being a bunch of junk. Like, literally, like Walmart, just stuff that I didn't even want to waste my time with. So I just put it all in the yard sale for $1 a piece. I might have broke even if I was lucky. But every single one of them, other than that one, I made some money. But that first one, I was like beginner's luck because it was amazing.
Well, I mean,
it was a lot of work.
Would you do it again, or do you just?
I'm going to. I haven't done one in Ohio yet, but I want to do it. We're looking right now. We're actually looking. We've been looking every day for the right one. I don't have a big truck or anything like that, and out here everything's an hour away. So I'm looking.
You got to move it really quickly, right? I mean, you got to get it.
The ones out here seem to be giving you 72 hours. Most of the ones out here do a 72 hours to have it cleared out.
Well, I know a couple of guys that have a trailer that's got a mattress they'll have to get out of the way, but they can come help you move.
No, but it's important. Like, that one's
the mattress. The mattress is deflated, much like my self-esteem. Okay.
Yeah, so that's a whole nother seller though. And it's closer to what we do. I think it's close because you're hunting for those treasures in there. You're looking for those rare items in there, and then everything else you just kind of. But again, if you're big time, like most of the big time guys, they already have someone lined up to buy all their video games. They already have somebody lined up to buy all their toys. Like, there's not a whole lot of work on that end.
Back in the thrift store.
Back in the what was back? He used his radio voice on us.
No.
Yeah. How about Mike? I like that radio voice.
Matt, Retro Toy Envy.
Oh, yeah. He was TikTok.
Yeah, and you'll see people in the comments like, this dude straight up has two voices for his life. Because he'll be like, no, I was actually in the back of the thrift store. It's like, what? Oh, my God. Speaking of back of the thrift store, I told you about it. See this one? Dude, I love this, man. Small soldiers.
I know. Drawing a blank.
But, yeah, the small soldiers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Gorgonauts.
Why don't I know that? I sold the captain or the captain guy the other day.
I see. It's been a while since I actually watched it. Is it Chip or something? Oh, dude, I had it on VHS back in the day. I enjoyed the heck out of it. And I mean, I was 18, but I mean, you find something like that when you're.
I was 34, but
back in the day.
18 was a long time ago for me, Jimmy.
I know, me too, man. Me
it's
too.
Well over half my life ago. But even then, you got to think. You got to think, like, even at 18, like, you have a movie come along like that, and it plays into pop culture where you find these people that are older teens or young adults that are just trying to recapture their youth, and they're like, man, I miss that. I mean, hell, that's why you got the Thundercats and the Voltron and all that stuff behind you. I got the same thing, and I'm just waiting to display it.
That's why we do what we do. When I was 18, though, Wes will be proud of me. When I was 18, I was working at Target pushing carts, and then I would go after work every single night and eat carrots just all night. No, I played basketball all night. I was a heck of a point guard. Believe it or not, I was a heck of a point guard. Now I didn't have the grades to play at school, but I played street ball like a mudsucker, and I was a heck of a point guard. Believe it if you want. They called me the Fat Steve Nash.
The Fat Steve Nash.
The Fat Steve Nash.
No, I'm good. No, but I was a good point guard, though. I was a good point guard. You better. And that was
the same here, man. I was.
Well, all right. What was the best part of your game? Passes, shooting.
I'm a pass first guard for sure. Pass first.
Really?
I will say, I'm gonna. It's one of those things where, like, yeah, how good are you though? I was picked right away for every team because they wanted me to pass them the ball. They knew the no-look skills. They knew the lob dunk skills. I'm not.
Ooh,
they knew. They knew.
We're talking about a different position, then, Jimmy.
You can ask Sonia, my wife. You can ask Sonia. She knows. She saw me play ball back then.
I don't know. There's a mix.
Say what you say, Jimmy. Say what you said about your dancing. Say, I got skills, son.
I got skills, son. Get me on the court and I'm trouble.
You need to mount a basketball goal on the back of that trailer. We'll have a meetup and let's play some, son.
Now I won't win because I can't jump anymore.
Well, I am.
It don't matter. It's 8.5 feet tall. Figure the rim's gonna be down about 6 feet, Jimmy. You can get an inch off.
Wes dunking on fools. I'll lob it to you.
Hey, we'll all be on the same team. They nobody mess with us.
Ooh, let's find those short guys that you know.
Michael punch them out, and then Jimmy, you just flip me the ball, and I'll cram it through the goal.
There you go.
Why I got to be the violent one?
I don't know. We need a Dennis Rodman on the floor. See.
Okay, fair enough.
We got to have that person. So
I gotta eat a lot more carrots and celery and dye my hair. Oh wow!
Hey Jimmy, turn your hat around real quick. See, white man can't jump. Now we're ready to play. See there? Look at that.
Oh my goodness!
Ready to go. Look at that.
Look at it.
To go.
What was Woody Harrelson? What was it? Woody Harrelson's character? White Man Can't Jump. Some kind of point guard you were.
I watched that movie a lot of times, but I can't think of it right now.
What was Wesley Snipes' character?
I don't remember that either.
Is it Mookie or it ain't Mookie? Can I say Mookie? I think Mookie Blaylock. But Willie something.
Hey, turn yours around, Mike. Let's see yours. Let's see your ball cap.
Not a chance. Not a chance.
Not a chance. Why not? Come on.
Let's go, baby.
Because
I got skills.
I'm too old for that.
Yeah, I am.
What do you think? Well, like Yeah, I know. You see it.
Listen.
Like, you want that kind of content? Go hang out with Carrie.
No, listen.
He's in denial.
Now listen,
Turn around quick.
Just tell Kevin y'all get a basketball goal on that thing, okay? And you can have shots, $5 a shot. See, win this prize over here.
Yeah,
it's all kind of stuff you can do.
You guys can set up balloons and darts. You can set up little milk cartons, and you guys can turn into a carnival.
No.
Step right up, folks. Step right up.
The views expressed are not the
without the express written consent of.
Just blur me out. Is that what I should do? Be like, okay, I just go with this. I'll be like, all right, here we go. And be like, no, do a reverse blur. We can see your background and just cover you.
Tell us about your new adventures, Jimmy, on your new podcast that you have.
A new podcast. So, we don't have a channel yet or a name, but I'm joining Dan over at Dan in Demand, and then Joe over at Philly Picker. I'm part of their podcast now. It's our podcast. They did one episode, and they kind of joked that they wanted a third person, and they had a third person in mind, but they weren't really interested. So I was like, hey, it was like literally like one of those moments where Sonia was like, did you see that? I had just left the podcast I was on, and she was like, did you see that Dan in Demand is looking for a third person? I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. And so I just messaged him. I was like, hey, you guys are looking for a third person? He's like, yeah. And he's like, you interested? And I was like, yeah, I'm interested. And I was like, it just literally happened all right there. And then we was like, well, let's record an episode. And so now our first episode's out. So we don't have a name. That's the problem. We don't have a name. Like, it's all just kind of, let's just put it together. Let's just start, and then we'll work it out and figure out our name, and then we'll make a channel. So right now the episodes are on his channel, Dan in Demand, but it's going to be a 3-person podcast. We're just try to grow and have fun.
I just want to point out the fact that I'm the one's getting crap all show, but he just admitted to 2 men seeking out a third. All right. So Jimmy, It's true. It literally said it was actually a Craigslist ad, and it said 2 men searching.
Well, now listen. To be fair though, I had asked Mike a while back before we ever even did any of these if he'd want to join me on one, and of course he's got a lot going on, which I understand. Yep. But
I got to get rid of Deathpile, dude. Like, I mean. Even nights like this, like I straight up I went to Rod's Whatnot just to get promotion for my show following his on Friday. I was moderating Kevin's at the beginning, and if I'm not in there, I'm not allowed to moderate. So kind of a win-win. But I'm trying to do stuff like that. I'm trying to get recognized and known. More along the lines of Whatnot, so I can be present there. And it's not that I don't enjoy the time with you, brother. Yeah, I do.
I know. I understand. I completely understand.
Well, that, and after 3 shows, you're like, I'm glad he couldn't do it full time. A lot of work.
He definitely made my edit count go way up. So I'm just kidding.
I am essentially your Sonia. I'm just giving you practice with editing, okay?
Mike.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
Put your face on Instagram more, man. That is it's a great, and both you guys, it's a great tool. Put your face and talk to Instagram a lot, and do Instagram stories and just talk to it. I can't express to you enough how much just putting your face out there on Instagram helps you get recognized. It does. It really, really does.
You know what's interesting though, Jimmy? I've got almost 500
tutorial though, Jimmy.
I've almost got 500 subscribers on my Instagram, but I am only sitting on 88 on the Slim Flippers. And I put stuff up there. I even got our pictures up on my Instagram right now for this that's coming out.
All right. I'm going to challenge you to do this. Do you know how to do a story?
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how to add a link to a story on Instagram?
No, I do not.
All right, so this is what you need to do. And the way to do it is you go into stickers, and there's a sticker called link, and you use that sticker to add a link to, and it'll be a sticker that's a link. So you use the link sticker, then you
can do that. You can do overlays and GIFs and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Like
so
how
what
you
I'm
saw
telling you to do is with this one, and I'll promote it this way too. I want you to talk. Don't just do the thumbnail. I want you to actually grab your camera and talk to it and say, hey, new podcast out with Jimmy, Old School Flips, Mike, Deathpile Picker. Here's the link right here. Go check it out. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't just post the thumbnail and music and think that it's all. Put your face on there, talk to the people, and say, this is what, ask them, this is what I'm asking you guys to do. And you'll get better results. And do it a couple times. Don't just do it once. Like
so when you have that sticker on there, you can like point to it or something.
Yeah, you can record the video first. If you record the video first, you can just move the sticker right to where it belongs, like right to where you're pointing.
Okay.
And so you can literally just go like this, and then when you go to edit, you can put that sticker right there with the link. Do that, and then later on, like maybe 5 days after it's been live, do another one. Don't forget the latest, the finale, the final episode of the trilogy, the finale.
Trilogy.
Oh yeah, the trilogy. The final episode of the trilogy's out. If you missed it, go check it out, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Like, talk and put your face out there, and it just gets you way more recognized, and you'll get better results that way if you do it that way. Anyway, so that was. And Mike, do the same thing, man. Start doing that stuff.
Do that. I mean, I don't do it that often, but
and when you do your story, you can see who watched, right? Like if you scroll, when you're in your story, if you just swipe up, you can see everybody that looked at it.
And not like your stuff.
Huh?
Like, oh, everybody saw this. Nobody gave me a heart. Hey, by the way, know what? Shout out to Melanie Sposio.
I started talking. There was a period where I did a lot of that talking to it, and like did almost like a vlog and like a what I'm doing throughout the day, and those were getting a ton of people that watched it.
So do you have those on your Instagram right now where you point to things and say click right here?
Do I don't have one. I don't have one right. Yeah, I do actually. Right now, no, I don't. I don't think I do. Let me see. Yeah, so
because I'm wanting to try to push other people to come.
See that new episode right there? That's a link right there.
Okay.
Now I didn't do what I said to do in that one because I'm not doing as much as that. But when I was doing that kind of stuff on Instagram, I saw way better results.
Okay.
Way better results when I was doing.
I mean, that. Same thing. Like whenever we go through the shows, I would always share that story or make a story with your link. That way, it was included. That way, it would get us a little more publicity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Make sure when you do that, when you do that, tag me and Mike too. So we'll just share you talking, and then I'll put that link up there again. So then what you're saying will be in my story. What you did.
How does it stick your link though to that sticker? How does that work?
You put it in there, so you'll go. I'll explain it to you.
Yeah.
You basically go to the actual formatted thing or the actual video, you copy paste the link, then you'll go in there, you copy the link there, you go into Instagram on your stories, you'll paste the link, and then you create like a sticker name for it, and you can change it. I could be like stupid snuggle bus.
Like if you're creating
that's the name of this video. I'm gonna name it Snuggle Bus.
But yeah, one of the things, like, I couldn't believe some of the people that were watching my vlog type stories, like some of the bigger name YouTube channels. Like I didn't know those folks were following me, and they were watching all. They would watch all, especially the vlog stuff. They always watched it. Like they always people that won't watch the one. They were watching the vlog stuff. They when I do the thumbnails, half those people don't watch that, but when I do like, hey, this is me, this is what I'm doing today, that's when I got way more views on there. Anyway.
And he's not kidding. Like, Jimmy is 100% right. You'll be surprised with who sees it. I think my number one response to a lot of my stories is that's funny, but I'm not sharing it.
Yeah.
And they just avoid me like the plague. Like,
nah, they still watch. They still watch.
They still love it. They laugh, but they ain't laughing publicly. They'll be like, here he comes.
Hey,
look at the time. Gotta go.
Sometimes that's all that matters. That they watch.
Oh yeah,
that they watch.
Of course.
Wow.
And you know you're doing something right. Just make people laugh. That's it. That's all I try to do. And I don't really cross any lines. Yeah, I can make some jokes, stuff like that, but I don't cross any lines where it's going to get me canceled. I'm not that big of a butthead. I don't know. So that's it. Have fun with it. Enjoy. Like,
yes.
Well, gentlemen, that is all the time that we have on the Slim Flippers tonight. The third video of our trilogy. I appreciate Mike and Jimmy, both of you all stepping in with us and having a chat. I've laughed for about the last hour and a half. It's been a lot of fun.
It is good. I'd say, what are we at? Oh yeah, 1 hour, 33 minutes. Producing 14 minutes of content.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Been a pleasure, y'all.
Well, hopefully we'll get you back on soon. We'll have to do it some more because this is just too much fun. I swear. Yeah. It's a good time. It'll happen again. The trilogy is done.
Yeah.
But hopefully we will reconvene at some point. Good luck to both of you. I appreciate your all's time here on the Slim Flippers. And Jimmy, all the best to you and your new podcast. And Mike, all the best to you and your Deathpile. I hope you get through it at some point.
And not getting canceled.
Well, you guys have a great evening. I appreciate you joining me.
All right, you as well, brother.